December 5th, the birthday of one of the smoothest hitters of modern baseball, Christian Yelich. But how insane was his 2018 MVP season really? Was it just great? Or was it historic? And how close was he to becoming a Triple Crown winner? Something only baseball legends have ever touched. How did a contact hitter suddenly turn into a 44 home run beast overnight? What did Yelich do that made him the face of the Milwaukee Brewers and carried the entire franchise on his back? And the toughest question of all, what could Prime Yelich have become if injuries never slowed him down? On his birthday, let's celebrate his peak, his power, his speed, and the prime version of Christian Yelich that shocked the baseball world. How good was Prime Christian Yelich actually?
In 2018, something happened in Milwaukee that changed the way the league measured great. Christian Yelich didn't just win an MVP trophy. He rewrote what dominance looks like for a modern hitter. That year was not a hot streak. It was a statement. Every pitch he saw seemed to surrender to him. His average, the home runs, the RBIs, all elite. But the real story wasn't just numbers. It was the way he took control of games, the way pitchers adjusted, and the way a city finally had a player who could carry them.
Yelich going the other way, lefty versus lefty. He's thinking left field the whole way.
He hit .326, launched 36 homers, drove in 110 runs, and created rally after rally. But the thing that turned heads was consistency. Second halves where he looked untouchable. Months where opposing managers altered game plans just to slow him.
Matt, it's amazing how when Christian Yelich started to hit the end of May.
Fans didn't just cheer, they believed. Brewers nights started to feel like events because Yelich made them feel possible. A single swing changed the energy of an entire stadium. That's Prime. The Triple Crown is almost mythic. Average, homers, RBIs, three mountains most never climb in one season. Yelich climbed close. He finished atop the batting average leaderboard and sat within a hair's breadth of the other two categories. That chase changed how opposing clubs pitched to him. No longer could pitchers nibble and hope. They respected his barrel. He forced adjustments league-wide. The fact he nearly pulled off the Triple Crown tells you how complete his 2018 really was. Christian came into the majors as a contact hitter. Clean swing, high average, great plate discipline. But Milwaukee unlocked something. His mechanics were never crude, they were refined. The Brewers' coaching pushed subtle changes, trusting hip rotation, tilting launch, and picking specific pitches to drive. The result wasn't a wholesale transformation, it was optimization. He kept the same rhythm and timing, but added angle and intention. Suddenly, those line drives became missiles, and the same smooth bat produced 440-plus foot homers. That blend of calm and destruction is what made his prime feel impossible. A single player doesn't always change a franchise, but Yelich did. He brought credibility to a club that needed an identity. In 2018, the Brewers started to believe. Players, coaches, fans, because he performed in moments, in tight games, and in the playoffs push.
So are you missing out on the high fives right now? We're talking about the ground ball just finds it, staying inside.
He led without speeches. He led with work. That quiet presence made the clubhouse calmer, more confident. When the team needed a moment, he often provided it. That's leadership measured in at-bats, not in interviews. Prime Yelich gave us shots that belonged in highlight reels forever. Here are the 5 that defined him.
4 runs on a 3-for-3 night.
Back on it. A little bit off the end, but look how level that swing is. And
2 homers, a double, a single.
The stadium erupted and you could feel time snap in half. The moment belonged to him. A pure missile. Even the broadcasters paused. Completing a cycle with a homer is cinematic, and he did it in prime moments. A hit that changed the narrative of the season. Mastery of all fields, a mark of a true hitter.
People remember the homers, but Yelich's base running and defense were core to his value. He could turn singles into doubles, swipe bases when needed, and save runs with spectacular catches in the outfield. Those plays don't always show up in highlight reels.
Brings up Christian Yelich. Going to see him in the 3 spot more often.
A steady diet of fastballs in. Here's a shot away. We've seen Yelich hit the ball opposite.
But they show up in wins. Combine speed, instincts, and the ability to read pitchers, and you get a player who contributes in every inning. Not just with the bat. If you're not a stats nerd, don't worry. Here's the quick version. WAR measures total value. OPS Plus normalizes hitting across parks and eras. Yelich's WAR and OPS Plus during prime weren't just good. They put him among the top hitters of the decade. What that means? He didn't just score runs. He prevented losses by being great in every facet. Put simply, during his peak stretch, he was more valuable than almost any other position player in baseball. 2 cycles in weeks. That's not a fluke. That's a hitter with range, gap power, and the ability to bunt a defense into chaos. All-star appearances, clutch steals, and nights where he was simply the story. Those moments built the legend.
24. It's a tie game, 1-1. Lefty damage. First home run of the season belongs to Yelich.
Gets a slurve ball down the middle. And right on cue, too, we're showing power ball. This is the kind of power he's always had.
And then the hardest part, the injury. A single swing, a bad twist, a fractured kneecap, and a season that was heading toward back-to-back MVP headlines ended in a hospital room. The what-ifs are brutal. With full health, the trajectory points to more MVPs, 50 HR campaigns, and an even louder Hall of Fame case. But sports are cruelly realistic. Greatness and fragility often walk together. Yelich's numbers suggest he could have been untouchable for years. We'll never know.
The Brewers go back on top on Yelich's 20. The foul pole. Number 31 for Yelich. 2-run blast makes it 4-0 Milwaukee. With chance of MVP raining down on Christian Yelich. Through the gauntlet he goes.
That's the wound in the story. Prime Christian Yelich was unforgettable because he balanced grace and force, calm and chaos. He gave Milwaukee pride, he gave baseball moments, and he gave a blueprint on how a hitter can evolve without losing identity. His legacy isn't a single stat. It's the nights we remember, the change he brought to a team, and the painful what-ifs that make his peak feel even more precious.
7th of the season, and the Brewers strike first here in Anaheim tonight.
200 home runs, Christian Yelich. 3-1
To do his best, and Yelich delivers. 3rd career homer against Hendricks. That was on a curveball, infield hit, and a booming home run to center field by Yelich. 2-1 Brewers in the 4th.
On his birthday, we don't just remember a season. We remember a player who made the game brighter, who showed us that transformation can be beautiful and devastating at the same time. Prime Yelich, the hitter, the teammate, the story. Happy birthday. Now, let's move into the personal moments, the team scenes, the things that remind us why we love him. Not just because of stats, but because of heart.
When Christian Yelich came to Milwaukee, he didn't just join a baseball team. He joined a family. He became the anchor, the quiet leader, the heartbeat of the locker room. To the fans, he wasn't just a player. He was hope. He was belief. He was the superstar Milwaukee never had before.
Come in. Yelich plays a little pepper. It's a 2 RBI double. Look at that ball bounce. Amazing. And that is a milestone for Yelich. 300th career double.
Players trusted him. Fans trusted him. The entire city of Milwaukee trusted him. And behind the MVP trophies, the monster home runs, there was a human being. He battled injuries. He battled pressure. He battled expectations. The 2019 injury broke hearts. He was on pace for another MVP, and suddenly, it was over. But even then, he never complained. He never blamed anyone. He said only one thing: I'll be back. Prime Christian Yelich wasn't just a great baseball player. He was a phenomenon. A hitter with perfect mechanics, a runner with elite speed, a teammate with heart, a franchise icon. And today, on his birthday, we celebrate the version of Yelich that lit up a city and changed an entire franchise. Prime Christian Yelich wasn't just good. He was electric. He was special. He was unforgettable. And tell me in the comments, which MLB superstar should I break down next?